Brothers and sisters in Christ. The reading is from the Paterikon of the Caves Monastery. Discourse 8, Part 7. His mother's arrival in Kiev. His mother searched long for him in her own town and neighboring towns. When she did not find him, she wept bitterly, beating her breast, as though for the dead. An order was sent throughout the whole land that if anyone had seen such a child anywhere, he should come and inform his mother and receive a reward for the information. Some people came from Kiev and told her, 4 years ago we saw him walking about in our town, asking to be tonsured in one of the monasteries. When she heard this, the woman went there without delay, not lingering nor fearing the length of the journey. She came to the aforementioned town in search of her son, and after arriving there, she went round all the monasteries seeking him. Finally, she was told, "He is in a cave with the venerable Anthony." She went there to find him, and began by summoning the elder deceitfully, saying, "Tell the venerable one that I have come a long way, and ask him to come out. Say that I have come to converse with him and prostrate myself before his holiness, and receive his blessing." The elder was informed about her, and he went out to her. When she saw the elder, she prostrated herself before him to the ground. The elder said a prayer and blessed her. After the prayer, they both sat down, and she began to talk to him at length. Finally, she revealed the reason she had come. She said, "I entreat you, father, tell me if my son is here. I am greatly troubled about him, as I do not know whether he is alive." Because of the simplicity of his mind, the elder did not perceive her trick, and said to her, "Your son is here. Do not grieve over him, for he is alive." Then she said to him, "May I not see him, father? I have traveled a long way, and come to this town simply to see my son, and then return to my town." The elder said to her, "If you want to see him, go away now, and I shall go and tell him, because he does not want to see anybody. Then come back tomorrow morning, and you will see him." When she heard this, she departed, expecting to see him the next day. The venerable Anthony went into the cave and reported everything to the blessed Theodosius. When he heard this, he was very distressed that he could not hide from his mother. The next day the woman came again. The elder several times urged the blessed one to go out and see his mother, but he did not want to go. Then the elder went out and told her, "I have begged him many times to come out to you, but he is unwilling." She then began to address the elder not at all meekly, but shouted very angrily, "Oh, the violence of this elder! He has concealed my son in the cave and does not want to show him to me. Bring out my son, elder, so that I may see him, for I cannot bear to live if I do not see him. Show me my son, lest I suffer cruel death, for I shall kill myself before the doors of this cave if you do not show him to me." Then Anthony was very distressed, and went into the cave, and begged the Blessed One to go out to her. He did not want to disobey the elder, and went out to her. When she saw her son in such a pitiable state, for his face had changed with so much labor and self-denial, she embraced him and wept bitterly for a long time. When she had comforted herself a little, she began to urge Christ's servant, "Come home, my son, and whatever is necessary for the salvation of your soul, do at home as you wish, only do not leave me. When I die, you can bury my body, and then return to this cave if you want to, for I cannot bear to live if I do not see you." The Blessed One said to her, "Mother, if you want to see me every day, come to this town, and enter one of the women's monasteries, and be tonsured there. Thus you could come here and see me, and also save your soul. But if you do not do this, I tell you truly that from now on you will not see my face." He daily continued to exhort his mother with such and many other precepts, but she did not want to do this, and would not even listen to his words. Whenever she left him, the Blessed One would enter the cave and pray to God fervently for his mother's salvation, and that her heart might be turned to obey him. God heard his servant's prayer, for as the prophet said, "The Lord is near to all that call upon him in truth. He will perform the desire of them that fear him, and he will hear their supplication." Now one day his mother came to him and said, "My son, I shall do everything you have told me to do. I shall not return to my town, but, God willing, I shall enter a women's monastery, be tonsured there, and abide there for the rest of my days. Your teaching has made me discern that this transient world is nothing." Hearing this, the blessed Theodosius rejoiced in his soul, and went and told the great Anthony. When the venerable one heard the news, he glorified God, who had turned her heart to such penitence. The great Anthony went to her, and instructed her at length for the good of her soul, and told the princess about her. She admitted her to the women's monastery dedicated to St. Nicholas, and there she was tonsured, and clad in monastic dress. After living a virtuous life for many years, she peacefully reposed in the Lord. Such was the life of our blessed Theodosius, from his early years, until he came into the cave. His mother related these things to one of the brethren named Theodore, who was a cellarer at the time of our father Theodosius. I heard all these things directly from him, and I have written them down for the recollection of all who read them. But let me move on to the remaining story of the youth's perfection. and God, who sets us aright, will indicate to me the fulfillment of this tale. Our Holy Father Theodosius also showed himself to be victorious over evil spirits in the cave. After his mother was tonsured, and he had cast off all worldly care, he strove with greater labors to acquire zeal towards God. 3 lights shone forth in the cave, expelling the demonic darkness by prayer and fasting. I refer to the venerable Anthony, the blessed Theodosius, and the great Nikon. They were in the cave, praying to God, and God was with them. For it is said, "Where 2 or 3 are gathered together in my name, there am I in the midst of them."